what happens during chemical reaction. So during chemical reaction, three things will happen. Those points you should remember, right? What are they? Let me see now. The first one, the reacting molecules or elements are rearranged to form new molecules. And the second one, in between atoms, old chemical bonds are broken and new chemical bonds are formed. The last one, during a chemical reaction, bond formation, it releases the energy while bond breaking absorbs the energy. These three things will happen during chemical reaction. So you should remember these points, right? Next one. Let me move to the representation of chemical reaction. How can you represent the reaction? We can see an example now. See here, when methane reacts with oxygen, it forms carbon dioxide and water. Actually, it is a word equation since it is written in words. Here the reaction can be written like this. Here, the elements or compounds which undergo reactions are shown to the left side of an arrow. So this is the arrow mark. Left side of an arrow mark is the reactant part. So both these are reactant. And the compounds formed, that is the product, which are shown to the right side of an arrow mark. So this carbon dioxide as well as water is the product. This arrow actually it indicates the direction of the reaction. So the equation can be written like this. CH4 is nothing but methane, O2 is oxygen and it gives carbon dioxide plus water. But this equation is also an incomplete equation only. What is the reason behind this is, actually as per the law of, you might have learned this in your lower class, as per the law of conservation of mass, matter cannot be created or destroyed. So you cannot create atoms during chemical reaction. Okay. So as per the law of conservation of mass, the total mass of the reactant should always equal to the total mass of the product. So what you have to do for this? We have to balance the equation. Then only the total mass of the reactant will equal to the total mass of the product. Then only our equation gets balanced. We can satisfy that law of conservation of mass rule. Okay. So how to balance the equation? Let me check now. Look at the equation now. Here both the reactant part as well as product part gets balanced. Now this is the balanced equation. And also one thing you have to remember that while writing the chemical equation, you have to mention that whether that element or compound will come under that physical states. It's a solid or liquid or gas. That physical states we have to mention for each and every element as well as for compound. So we have to mention the physical states now. See here, the CH4 is a methane. Methane is a gas. And oxygen is a gas. Carbon dioxide is a gas. And water is a liquid. So these physical states we have to mention in a short form within this bracket like this. This point you have to remember while writing the chemical equation. So a balanced chemical equation is the representation of a chemical reaction which describes its chemical composition, physical states of reactants and products and its conditions. So this is the what definition for chemical equation, right? Changes takes place continuously around us. For example, water on boiling becomes steam. At the same time, steam on cooling changes into water. So this change is a reversible change. So it is not a permanent change. Physical changes can be reversed easily. So can chemical changes be reversed? Can we get the products again? Some chemical changes can be reversed. Since it can be grouped into two categories, one is the reversible reaction and another one is the irreversible reaction. Let me discuss about the reversible reaction. A reversible reaction is the reaction that can be reversed. That is, the products again converted back to the reactants. A reversible reaction is generally represented by the double arrow in which their heads in the direction opposite to each other. So it is represented by the chemical equation like this. A, B on decomposition gives A plus B. Here in this equation, the compound AB undergoes decomposition to form the products A and B. This is the forward reaction. As soon as the products are formed, these A and B combine together and form AB again. So this is the backward reaction. So the reaction takes place in both the directions. Even though the reaction takes place in both the directions, the speed are not equal here. For example, forward reaction is the decomposition of PCl5 and backward reaction is the combination of PCl3 and Cl2. In the initial stage, forward reaction proceeds faster than the backward reaction. After some time, both the reactions reacts with the same speed only. So, this PCl5 cannot completely converted into product as the reaction is reversed. Hence, it is a reversible reaction. Measurements shows that the reaction is at equilibrium, but the amount of PCl5 is more than that amount of PCl3 as well as Cl2. Hence, more amount of products can be obtained from the reversible reaction. Example, so hydrogen peroxide on decomposition gives water and oxygen. So this is the reversible reaction.